Well, sports fans and Friday Fight Night fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant British Super Featherweight Championship.
I am the referee. I spoke to you both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Wash your heads. Kick your punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
I'll tell you what, there is some intensity. Might just be a British title clash, but a real feeling of anticipation. Two former ABA champions, two stylish craftsmen, two fiery little competitors. British 9-stone 4 belt left vacant by Kevin Mitchell's move up into the world lightweight picture. That's on the line. Sykes is fresh, Morris experienced, and it could just be, Jim, the perfect ingredients for a little classic.
Yeah, I think with two styles that'll gel very well. Sykes caught off balance with a left hook to the head there. I think experience is so crucial in these matches, and you have to wonder, does Sykes deep within himself really believe he's ready for this? Or does he need a good start to give him confidence? I think Morris is very confident already. I wonder if Sykes is the one who's going to have to find confidence.
Nice quick jabs from Andy Morris. He was very confident when I spoke to him on the phone earlier in the week, and Sykes nervous, apprehensive about his big moment. And didn't have too long to prepare for Morris. This has been put together in the last week, 10 days, this fight, but Morris has been in the gym since December, and he just believes he's a level, a notch above Sykes. We'll see.
See, they're both excellent amateurs, but I think Morris honed his skills a little bit more when he turned pro, whereas Sykes decided to become more of a pressure fighter, and that is one of the things that could let him down tonight. If he makes mistakes, he'll be punished for those.
What he does have is a huge work rate. Bundles of punches, Gary Sykes, often 100 a round. But Morris just settling nicely behind that jab.
Yeah, Morris has a solid look about his work in the opening round. I think moving up one division will be much more comfortable for a nice uppercut from Sykes there. Sykes is just looking to set a pace, but he can't do it in a reckless fashion.
Just out of range early on, Gary Sykes beginning to get his right hand into the fold.
Well, Morris looked quite keen to be holding there. I think he was slightly shaky, but I saw a good jab from Sykes as well. Well, I think Sykes is showing in the opening round that he has the power to trouble Morris. Took away that smooth look. Good work towards the end of the round here from Sykes.
Taking the smile off Morris's face as well, which is a bit reddened. Great last 45 seconds or so by Gary Sykes, and that'll give him confidence.
I think Sykes is going to have to maybe endure a little bit of pain. Good work again, good right hand from Sykes, but he seems fully prepared to do that, and his confidence has really grown just in the space of half a minute there.
To see his body language totally different, defense good. Turn that round right around, Gary Sykes, and finishes really well.
Stronger. Last half of that round, you got your range, you got your
Welcome
time.
back to Huddersfield, and if the first round's anything to go by, we are going to enjoy this.
Well, after watching the opening minute or so, I thought Sykes was going to take some time to settle and to get his punches on target, but not in the second half of the round. Raised the pace, raised the tempo, and caused Morris all sorts of problems.
Second round, vacant British 9-stone 4 belt on the line, the Manchester City colours of the football fanatic Andy Morris, and the silver and blue of Gary Sykes. Across Pennines clash, and a crossroads affair. Good body work from Morris, but Sykes starting to move up the gears already. Nice combinations.
And again showing the stronger punch, and I thought he blocked a couple of body shots from Morris. Didn't block that good left hook.
Neither man huge punches, but both can be very accurate. Movement from Morris, who believes that Sykes' footwork is not good enough.
Yeah, but I think Sykes is just trying to do the hard way. Maybe a little bit more cuteness is required. Morris at this moment holding his boxing together, the better of the two.
Already this looks an interesting one for the judges. These rounds could be very close. Plenty of quality from both sides. Body shot there from Morris. Sykes, very, very fit. That's one of his main strengths.
Well, Sykes is prepared to take chances, that's for sure, but he's a little bit ragged, whereas that compact look that Morris has worked. But these rounds, we've had one already, which was close. We'll have another close one here.
Struck it by right hand, Morris. And Sykes was saying that he cannot let the Mancunian get into a rhythm, because that's where Morris does his best work. Really gelling well, aren't they?
Yeah, well, we reckon this would be a good one, and it really is shaping up like that.
Body shots from Morris. Back comes Sykes.
Just when you think one is producing the better work, the other one comes back again. Morris still has that nice compact look about his work, but Sykes is getting through the guard.
Good head movement there from Morris, who has been plagued by cuts before. Slightly fragile skin could become an element. Good work at the end of the round again from Sykes. Close.
In and out, that's what you got to mind in the angles you just did then. Changing,
6 minutes already.
Fantastic.
Of high
That's what we
skill
need to do
levels
now.
and good competitive action.
So third round.
A tight encounter it's going to be.
Not half, and I think Morris was producing a lot of quality work, real professional, compact-looking boxing. But Sykes was coming back with punches of his own, getting through the guard. This one is so close.
15th professional outing for Gary Sykes. The camp said it's now time to pull the trigger, especially after that eliminator win over Anthony Crolla. He was so good that night. Sykes Crolla at ringside said he wouldn't have missed this for the world, and he couldn't pick a winner. Morris in fight number 21. Just that extra knowledge that could be a major factor.
A lot of foot movement for Morris at the start of this round. Just trying to keep Sykes confused, keep him off balance.
The break might have done Andy Morris some good. More maturity about him. Good left hands, and he's got a professional team behind him as well, plenty in that team.
Classy looking boxing here from Morris, but you get the feeling every time Sykes does land cleanly that he has the power to trouble Morris. But good foot movement from Morris in this round, just keeping one little half step ahead of Sykes. Sykes backing off just to have a little rethink about things. He's missing here, changing tactics, and it's Morris is the one who's come up with that change.
Yeah, moving well, using that left hand and starting to target the long Sykes body. Andy Morris.
Sykes is forcing his work. The movement of Morris is confusing him a little bit in this round. There's really good tactics from Morris. He's smooth, kept his composure. Just continuous movement all the way through the first couple of minutes of the third round here, making Sykes miss.
Clever, adapting his plan. Still getting the jab. Pumped out, Andy Morris, but look at this. Nice gliding around the ring.
Sykes has to be careful. We know he has a good engine, but you can't be wasting energy, missing with shots, lunging in with punches. He needs to find a little bit more composure.
Yeah, this is the clearest round so far, and in Morris's favour.
Morris really looking the part here. He's not bothered about landing droves of punches, but he's just quite happy keeping his own chin out of harm's way, just popping home the shots to get this round in the bank. And that's sensible over the 12-round distance. Do enough to win rounds, don't empty the tank.
It's just unsettled Sykes, who looked ragged in that third.
You're back foot and throw the right on yourself. Keep doing
Two
what you're doing.
26-year-olds giving it their all
side to side,
for this prestigious Lonsdale
it's all about
belt.
the skills. Well done.
Morris ahead in total. Only a couple of difference in head punches, but the body statistics important. He's found the gaps early, Morris.
Yeah, and he really looked smooth, really looked professional in the third round there.
He's the more rounded professional, of course, Andy Morris, the former British Featherweight Champion, who inflicted the only defeat on Rendell Munro, who is flying high and looking for world honours, the European champion down at super bantamweight.
Sykes is trying to get behind the jab this round, but he's telegraphing it a little bit. He's trying to step in with it. You can see it coming, but more subtlety required, I feel.
Big step up for Gary Sykes, who's been nursed along. Left hand from Morris. He's beginning to dance and try the feints. Befuddle Sykes. Can he answer Morris?
Well, Morris has been told to keep on the move. Bob Shannon delighted with the previous round, as he should be, and he is sticking with that. He's manoeuvring Sykes around the ring without throwing punches. That's the experience at title level as well.
And Sykes used that height and reach and natural weight advantage. Morris having fought down at 9 stone, but he's blamed that damaging defeat to John Simpson on weight making. It might have been a factor. Could be more comfortable at 9'4".
Certainly
and bringing
looks
the
it.
speed.
Yep, certainly looks it. Sykes finding it difficult to string his boxing together. It's a little bit disjointed. He's just lunging with punches, hitting and hoping at times. Whereas Morris still has that smooth, confident look. He's slipping low, he's landed in the shoulder. Sykes just has to be careful. He doesn't become frustrated and throw caution completely to the wind. He'll only make more mistakes if that happens. But this is a frustrating time for him. Can't pin Morris down.
Morris was telling us that Sykes has had everything pretty much his own way. Look at his record and look at mine. You know, he's going to get in front of him a very capable boxer. How will he deal with that?
I mean, Morris hasn't landed all that many shots in this round, but his defensive boxing has been so good it hasn't really taken too many punches landed to win the round. But he just looks so comfortable, doesn't he? So confident.
It's the control and the use of the ring, the command. Now that was good defence from Morris. The crowd shouted for Sykes. The better quality is coming from the Manchester fighter. Well, let's get straight across to Spencer Oliver's thoughts with Ed Robinson.
Well, Spencer, intriguing stuff. Who's got the edge?
Yeah, it is. Sykes started very well, had a good first round, and then Andy Morris looked a little bit tense, started relaxing, getting into it. By the third round, looked totally relaxed, looked like he's taking control, working the angles very well, and at the moment, for me, Morris in the lead.
Morris has changed his tactics a little bit. Does Sykes have to change his tactics now?
Yeah, Sykes is leading off with big shots, throwing them from too far out. He needs to edge forward, get closer with his feet, and start putting the shots in combinations. Maybe stop putting a few feints in. At the moment, he's being a little bit too predictable, and the experience is telling with Morris.
How do you see it developing from here?
Well, Morris, at the moment, if he sticks to his game plan, is doing what he's doing, picking the shots, working the angles, Morris looks like he's taking the run away with this.
Thank you, Spencer.
It's that ring craft, that knowledge that Andy Morris has that just might prove crucial. The footwork as well between the pair.
Yep, but he's come out with the answer. You can see the obvious change in tactics. Couple of rounds, thought the thing out, and again, that's all down to experience. Sykes still looking a little bit disjointed, lunging in with punches.
Remember, the bookies couldn't split them before. Now they've got Morris, the only slight favourite. A long way to go, and remember, Sykes has got a good engine.
But he has to find ways of pinning Morris down. You can't go hunting for him. He's going to have to step across, try to manoeuvre Morris against the ropes or into corners, but that's where experience comes in, and he doesn't have that experience.
Being made to miss as well by the crafty Morris.
I mean, these really are frustrating tactics from Morris.
Jim, they're sensible tactics from a more mature fighter than we saw in, when he was coming up as a young, hungry prospect.
Well, that's what I meant when I said earlier they were both excellent amateurs, but I felt that Morris honed his skills a bit more for the pro game, whereas Sykes wanted to be that bit more aggressive, set a pace. But he's a bit confused at the moment, Sykes. Morris knows exactly what's coming and he's dealing with it.
From different areas and different promotional divides as well. Andy Morris, who's now looked after by Ricky Hatton's team. Gary Sykes with Frank Maloney, who's just in front of us. No one can take their eyes off this. It's that sort of a fight, Jim.
Nah, well, we're seeing quality from both men, but particularly Morris. I mean, this is a closer round. Sykes has got through with some punches. And although Morris's evasive boxing is good, he's not throwing all that many punches.
Just not looking as fluent on the front foot, Gary Sykes, who turned southpaw momentarily.
But he's making an impression this round, which he hasn't done in the previous two. Making it hot for Morris, and that's exactly what he has to do. He's not going to outbox this man, he's going to have to make it hot, set a pace that Morris is uncomfortable with.
Good work there from Sykes. Back comes Morris, tit for tat. Another close one.
I just feel maybe Morris should be throwing a few more punches. His defensive boxing was lovely.
Next week on Friday Fight Night, a big Merseyside derby. Sky Sports HD1, Paul Smith defends his British super middleweight title against former champion Tony Dodson. Also on the bill, the exciting Kell Brook and knockout artist Tony Bellew. That's Friday at 10 o'clock. It's also available on Sky Sports 1.
Yep, should be a good night in Liverpool next week. We're in Huddersfield tonight. We've had some good fights down the years involving Dale Robinson, James Hare, Mark Hobson, all from the town. A few miles away, Gary Sykes lives in Dewsbury. This is his big opportunity, and he's brought the fans with him as well. A little bit closer in the last round, but still with work to do against the compact and composed Morris.
He's making an impression now, and that's the big difference. He's getting himself a little bit closer. And this may be a fight where the second half of the fight suits Sykes a little bit more. He's getting close now.
Good combinations from both of them. Morris still on the move. Sykes had a slow start against Anthony Croller, and his 10-rounder. He's never been 12 rounds, but he finished well. And he'll be hoping to do the same down the stretch in this one. Good right from Sykes. Improvement in his work.
Well, against a smooth boxer, you don't want them dictating the pace. You want to take that away, and that's what Sykes is trying to do here. But good response from Morris.
Uppercut from Morris. Wish we could read the judges' minds as we go along here. What are they scoring? What are they looking for? A lot of good defensive work in there too.
I'm just wondering, is this a fight that's going to get tougher for Morris as it goes along? Although they're both the same age, you get the feeling, because of the stages of their career, that Sykes is a little bit younger, maybe a little bit keener. Will that count for something as this grinds on? He's certainly making an impression now, Sykes, that's for sure.
He's certainly fresher. Morris having that year and a half out of the sport to recharge the batteries, but he's an older 26. Can he keep these tactics on the move up for 12 rounds? That's good from Morris, but Sykes probably has had more of the sixth.
I think that the big plus for Sykes is that he's definitely making an impression now. He was hitting fresh air for a couple of rounds, but he's getting closer now. The pace is slowing a little bit, although you wouldn't think that sitting here watching it, but he's getting a little bit more time to get his punches off. And he's prepared to dig in and go for it. He's prepared to go through the pain.
Referee John Lewis glued to the action, as we all are. He hasn't had to do a thing. Wonderful. Sykes for me in the sixth.
This is what I want you to do. Listen, he's blowing out of his arse now. Don't give him a second rest.
Excuse the language in the corner from Julian McGowan.
There's only one guy.
Emotions running high here.
So much better than any other boxer, you know that, right? That's what we're doing now. We're going through the gears. That was lovely.
Going through the gears, working on the fitness. Still on the computer. Morris slightly ahead. Punches landed. This is almightily close, Jim.
Yeah, but I think the main thing is the one whose confidence is building is Sykes. When he is imposing himself now, he's probably throwing the same punches and taking the same chances he was punished for a couple of rounds ago, but the pace has slowed a little bit, so he's finding a little bit more time to get these punches home.
Jim's unofficial card has Morris one in front. There's about 5 or 6 of us here at ringside who think it's level at halfway. Everything to fight for. British super featherweight belt on the line. Remember the sky blue of Andy Morris, with his son's names Mikey and Mason on the outside, and Layla, the daughter, on the waistband of Gary Sykes. Family men, nice guys, neat boxers.
See, Sykes just needs a little bit more guile in what he's doing. Has to show a little feint, a little threat. He's just heading forward, a little bit predictable at the moment. But Morris making him miss, but not coming back with too many counters. So that can look a little bit negative unless he comes up with a few more punches.
I'm sure Bob Shannon in Morris's corner has asked for a big round. Might have lost the last couple. Back on the move, Morris. Sykes' volume could be catching the eye for those judges. 3 at ringside, remember now, for British title fights.
Sykes' defence a little bit tighter as he comes forward as well. That's another thing that's necessary. If you're going to commit yourself, take chances, you want to do it with your hands in front of your face, get the defences up.
Sykes did take a count in his last fight against Dean Mills, was really a slip. Last couple hasn't been as hot as we've seen him before. But he's certainly bringing everything into this now. Head's bumping.
Well, we're seeing good movement from Morris here, but he's just popping with the jab. He's not scoring points with that. So he's not punishing. He's making Sykes miss, but not punishing him for it. not looking as comfortable.
Jim, is it physically going to get tough now for Morris, being the naturally lighter guy?
Well, I mean, I believe this is his proper weight. I think he is a stronger man at this weight, but it's just the styles. And I think naturally, Sykes is the physically stronger of the two, just naturally stronger. I think he's bigger. He's the one who had to come down to the weight, remember.
Popping a body shot out, Morris. Few and far between. How many are actually landing from the fists of the Wythenshawe fighter?
A fair bit of missing in this round simply because Morris still has that movement. So you're asking, did he come back with enough counters to nick the round? Or is the work rate of Sykes the way you lean? I prefer the work rate of Sykes, just giving that little bit more of himself.
Good head movement from Sykes, and he's starting to utilise his feet too better. And a nice right to finish his round, I think. Well, some illustrious names who have held this British super featherweight title. Jimmy Anderson, first holder in 1968 to 70. And the excellent boxer Pat Cowdell, 2 world title attempts, losing one to Azuma Nelson, of course. Floyd Havard, he was a very decent fighter, lost a IBF world title challenge. PJ Gallagher, he was terrific fun, great value, popular fighter, so was he, wasn't he? Michael Gomez never let us down, value for money all the way. And what a bust-up he had with Alex Arthur in Scotland. One of the great fights we've seen on Sky in the last few years. And this isn't a bad one, Jim.
This is travelling. We expected this to be good. We reckon the styles would gel. Neither are massive punches, so we reckon they would both fight at a pace and it would go 12 rounds, and that's the way it's shaping up. I think Morris is the one who has to change it again. He's changed once already. He needs a bit more devil in his work, I feel.
He's just taking control now, Gary Sykes. Both have had their moments. The bookies now back to where we started. Can't split them. What about that draw? It was 20-1 before, now it's 16-1.
Well, every round so close. Morris trying to put a bit more spite into those punches. I think on the back foot, you have to be winning clearly. Maybe Morris feels that he wasn't, so he needs a bit more input, a bit more spite in the punches. He's putting them in now.
Chris Aston over in the blue Sykes corner, imploring for his man to get on top of Morris. And every time he even throws, the crowd cheer. Home advantage for Sykes. Good defence from Morris, but again, is he doing enough, Jim?
Well, he's coming back with counters now. Sykes just, again, a little bit predictable in what he was doing there. Letting the punches go from too far out. Good short hooks from Morris. Trying to take the fight to Sykes a little bit more in this round.
Good use of the left hand from Morris, who technically looks the better boxer at times, but sometimes it's not enough. The desire, the effort, the tenacity. Sykes will not give up without a real fight.
Another little change in Morris's attitude here, stepping in a bit more with the punches. Meeting Sykes, whereas before he was backing off, making them miss and then trying to counter. Trying to meet them a bit more, pushing them back at the moment.
Needed a good round, Morris. Lovely uppercut there as he swung it back again. Decent defence, not really scoring with those Sykes. Can they maintain this pace through 12 fierce rounds?
Well, a lot of useless movement from Sykes here. you know, flitting along the ropes. You would think he would be trying to get a more solid look about his boxing, whereas Morris has got that solid look back.
Well, let's see if Spencer Oliver can split them with Ed.
Well, Spencer, how are you scoring it, first of all?
Well, so many of these rounds are so close, Ed. For me, at the moment, I've got Sykes just a couple of rounds up. For me, he's just closing that gap now. Andy Morris, in the early rounds, he was giving good movement, good foot movement, working the angles. But Sykes has worked that out, and he's changed the pattern again in this contest. And for me, Sykes the one just closing the gap and just running away with this at the moment.
Who's handling the pace better, though? Who looks like they might tire first?
Well, Sykes, for me, definitely looks like he's got the better engine. I mean, he's never been the 12-round distance before, but it looks like he might go the 12-round distance today. But for me, he looks the stronger at the moment. He's closing the gap. He looks like he's got the bigger engine. For me, Morris not quite looking as comfortable as he did in the early rounds. And for me now, the fight's swung and I fancy Sykes.
Thank you, Spencer.
Could come down to that engine, but the class with Morris.
Round 9.
Would you put your house on it? No.
I wouldn't have put my house on it before the first bell. Certainly wouldn't do it now.
4 rounds to go. It's the 113th for Andy Morris, the ABA lightweight champion back in 2002. Gary Sykes, ABA featherweight champion, beat John Murray a couple of times in the amateurs. Both good pedigrees, and both giving everything in this professional tussle. Clusters from Morris. Been quite impressed with the defence of Sykes tonight. I think he's tightened that up.
But we've got a bit of wasted movement again. He's a little bit all over the place when he should be trying to steady things up and impose himself on Morris. Not landing cleanly at the moment, Sykes. That's his problem.
Morris travelled to Scotland to win the British Featherweight title over 12 rounds. He beat Rendell Munro over 12 rounds. Sykes has never been the championship distance. No sign that he won't last at the moment, but good body shot from Morris.
Yeah, Morris is standing his ground. We're reaching the stage where I thought things would start suiting Sykes a bit better. This really is a cracking battle, good as we hoped it would be.
Gets intense at a high octane pace, but it's clever as well. Intelligent boxing in there. Again, a body shot from Morris. He's picked those well tonight.
I mean, Sykes just putting his head down, just hitting and hoping a little bit. Morris still has that good, solid, compact look about his work, but not much in punches landed. But this is another round where I've just appreciated the skills of Morris. So close every round, you just have to go with what you prefer.
Double uppercuts from Morris and got out of there beautifully. I agree on this one, Jim. This round, I think Morris is boxing nicely.
And Sykes backing off there as though a rethink or maybe a deep breath, I don't know which. But he's taken a lot of chances, but doesn't have the composure to match Morris's, but certainly has the work rate.
Technical skills from Andy Morris and good chipping away to Sykes' body. Surely takes that one. Well, the little guy's giving absolutely everything. Coming up soon, the big man. Almost 6'9", unbeaten, young heavyweight. Loads of attention on him, Tyson Fury. Hans-Jörg Blasko, the German in his way tonight. That's coming live for you. But I'm sure no one will be going anywhere because this one, the super featherweight battle, is engaging to say the least.
Well, that was another round where I felt Morris just kept his boxing together. Sykes lunging a little bit again with the punches, missing a bit.
clean shots out.
Sykes has already thrown over 650. Morris almost matching him. 5 difference in Morris's favour. The success rate to Sykes, it's that close. 3 judges at ringside. Phil Edwards just in front of us. Victor Lachlan, Dave, Paris. They might be seeing it completely differently. We just don't know.
Well, with every round so close, you just have to pick what you prefer. If you like the all-out aggression, the work rate of Sykes, fair enough. I've liked Morris over the last couple of rounds.
Hasn't the odds been fascinating? The bookies are liking Sykes, but only just 11-8 on. Still get 6-5 against Morris. Remember, after this round, Sykes will be entering uncharted territory. Morris has been there before. Flashy stuff from Gary Sykes. Again, is Morris committing himself? Nice right and left from Sykes, and block those ones coming back at him.
The Sykes should have stepped straight back in again when he landed those two beautiful punches.
Then Morris has his success up close. Sykes dragging everything into this, and people on their feet all around the Huddersfield Sports Centre. They know they're watching a really good one.
Sykes trying to walk through Morris now. Good body shot.
He's trying to slow Morris down. Break that rhythm. Gum shield out, and there will be a halt in the action. I think for the first time tonight in round 10, he and John Lewis just sorting things out. A moment of respite, but back they go.
I mean, it's nip and tuck every round. The Sykes is getting close in this round. Morris again trying to respond.
Gumshield nearly went again from a Morris shot. Back comes Sykes. Good one, this the 10th.
This is not the kind of match that Morris wants. He wants it at longer range, wants to use his skills, use his movement. Sykes not allowing that.
This is clever from Sykes, smothering Morris, not allowing him the room to move. How much deep down in that tank does Morris have?
Well, I wonder, is this where the experience over the 12-round distance will maybe pay dividends? I mean, Sykes is a lot looser, more arm punches now, but I thought that was a good round for Sykes.
Listen now, look at me. Suck it up.
6
Have
minutes.
you got 6 minutes for me?
6 minutes, British
You can
champion.
give me 6. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you, right? The straight shots are working, but even the lead hook cross is working now because he stopped spinning from side to side, yeah? He's all on just to stay there. Stop spinning. 6 minutes.
6
You want that
minutes.
belt on your
British
room? Do
champion.
you want that
6
belt?
minutes.
Julian McGowan, new trainer, but he's saying the right things in there to Sykes.
Yeah, well, Sykes got close, imposed himself on Morris in that round. Morris still kept that smoothness about his boxing as he's done every round. I still have Morris 1 point up at the moment, but I mean, you can see this fight any way you like. I've been impressed in a lot of the rounds with the silky skills, the good defensive boxing, but you can see it anyway.
I've got it level. Spencer's got it 3 to Gary Sykes. Frank Maloney, who's Gary Sykes' promoter, has got it pretty much level. He doesn't know. Nobody does. Last 2 could all be decided in this final 6 minutes. Julian McGowan, new face on the scene in the Sykes corner, but he's been with Gary for a long time. And he has helped so much in this camp. So fit, Sykes.
Good right hand from Sykes.
Morris has had Mark Davidson behind the scenes, Bob Shannon running the corner tonight. Might come down to who wants it more, that desire and drive to get over the finishing line. Body shots from Morris. I mean, a knockdown, for example, now will be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, well, Morris landed another couple of good body shots. He's really digging the punches in. This is the kind of fight that Sykes wants, but is he coming out on top in it? I don't know.
Morris matching Sykes at his own game. Sykes doesn't land, and Morris is.
Big deep breath from Sykes here. Morris really digging in some quality punches in this round. You can see the body movement as he sinks those shots in. These are really quality punches, I feel, from Andy Morris at the moment. Body shots again.
Yeah, they're hurting Sykes now. I think he's starting to feel one or two of these. Big moments for Andy Morris as the crowd rally behind Sykes.
Is the experience over the championship distance going to be crucial here? I think Sykes is throwing arm punches, whereas Morris is at the real quality, turning the hips and the shoulders in with the punches. Good movement again from him.
This has absolutely lived up to pre-fight expectations. We still don't know who will prevail, but Morris is having a good 11th. Back comes Sykes. Combination there, but stopped in his tracks.
These are good punches from Morris, the way he's turning the shoulder, digging the shots. They're short punches, but they're crisp.
Fabulous fight, and probably the best 3 minutes in it, the 11th. Absolutely splendid. Morris for me in this one, Jim, you too?
Yep, Morris's round produced a better work, and he knows it, raising his hands there.
Let's go. Let's go. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Got it, Tom. Remember, get the thing now. All you've got to do now is get these jabs going. That's what we want, is the jabs all the time. Jab. Give me the water. Just don't fuck about that. Give me the water now. Give me the water. Give me the water. Come. Listen. Suck it up.
All you need to do, no tactics, just work.
I'll show him a good fight.
Hands up and work. Your time.
Keep punching, anything.
Non-stop. Push him back with those. Bend his neck again. Bang, bang, bang. Put everything in.
No, Andy. Wait now. Give it, come, Shield.
Got a boxing now.
Listen. Jab. It's all into the last round, this. Just stick the jab out. You're listening. Nice and tight.
Totally different corner work there. Motivation in Sykes. Calmness in Morris's. Anything, just hit him. Punch on work rate. Sykes needs a big drive, a big finish. You've got it 2 to Morris. I've got it by 1 to Morris.
I mean, the corner's right. It's not about tactics now. It's just about pour out what you have left in the tank. Don't go home with anything left in the tank. Everything you've got, get it out here.
Sykes' former opponent, Anthony Crolla, and his trainer, Joe Gallagher, were saying they might have a bet on the draw tonight at that 20 to 1. Interesting. Right hand from Sykes, back comes Morris. What effort, what determination for this Lonsdale bout. It means the world to these two.
Well, Morris's legs still looking strong, still plenty of movement, but Sykes throwing everything he has at him here.
First time he'll have been 12 rounds, Gary Sykes. How hard they must have trained and got in condition, Jim.
I mean, this has been a phenomenal pace from start to finish. There's hardly been a clinch. There's never been a drop in the pace. Sykes maybe just getting off for a couple of stronger punches there. What an amazing battle this has been for the British title. Tremendous.
Two lovely guys out of the ring. Honest, hard-working, fierce competitors inside it. Gary Sykes gave us the undercard fight of last year against Anthony Crolla. He might well be giving us the British title fight of 2010 already with Andy Morris.
It's maybe a slightly better accuracy from Sykes in the last round here. But another round was so difficult to split them. Sykes just prepared to come through everything that Morris has to get his own punches off.
One of the most competitive, enthralling British title fights in recent memory. And I'm positive about one thing, Jim. They will end it with the biggest hug of the night.
Yeah, you can't get through this without mutual respect at the end of it. What a battle it's been.
They both raise their arms. They both think they've got it. Titanic efforts. Terrific 12 rounds. Will the judges be able to split them? And here's the hug. Great fight.
Tremendous fight. I mean, you can see how close 165 punches land to 158. Tremendous. It was non-stop from start to finish. And as I say, it's a fight. You just choose what you prefer. I was impressed with the composure of Morris, the professional, the tightness. But right from the off, from the first bell, they got down to work. Tremendous punches. We saw right from the off that Sykes was prepared to take chances, to commit himself, but for me that allowed Morris to go into an early lead, picking him off. By the fifth round, Morris was showing lovely movement, moving from side to side, confusing Sykes at times, but Sykes was always prepared to put his foot on the pedal and come storming back. We got to the 8th and 9th round. Sykes started to come back at him, but the pace had slowed a little bit, so Sykes' punches were landing a bit more cleanly. But everything he could throw at Morris was there, met it head on and come back with his own. Tremendous battle, round after round, tremendous. Round 12, I mean, I had Morris a couple of points up at this stage. Finished, I gave the last round to Sykes, but I have Morris winning it by 1 point, but would not be surprised if it's a majority or if it goes the other way. So
let's find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before I read the judges' scorecards, referee Mr. Ian John Lewis would like you to show your appreciation. He pointed out he never said break once. The judges' scorecard reads 116, 113, 115, 114, 115, 114, and all three judges are in favour of the winner and the newly crowned British Featherweight Champion from Dewsbury,
Gary Sykes, the British Super Featherweight Champion, the night of his life, and what a fight between the pair.
The crowd on their feet here in Huddersfield. I think I spotted a tear in the eye of Gary Sykes as well. We will be talking to both men as the crowd shout Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. We'll get the verdict to Johnny Nelson and Spencer Oliver at ringside. We'll be looking ahead to the return of pound-for-pound king Manny Pacquiao next weekend. and stick around with us because we'll bring you our second live fight. He's nearly 6 feet 9 inches tall. Can Tyson Fury make it 10 straight wins at heavyweight? He's on the way.